How's it going tonight, guys? Looking forward to talking to you tonight. I want to bring the subject of, can you have success working your business part-time? Jonathan Stringer here talking with you guys. I am excited about this subject because so many people have this question. So many people they kind of miss this concept when they're working on their business, when they're working on their life goals and everything. And really, it's something that a lot of us face, not just in business, but also in life itself, in raising a family and accomplishing maybe a work-life balance, all types of different issues that we have all the time. And it's really, can we do that given a part-time effort, okay? And so really going into things, guys, Jim Rohn, if any of you guys have ever heard of Jim Rohn, if you've heard of any of his, or listened to any of his trainings, he's got some amazing things out there. One of the things he says, back when he was in his early 20s, he had started a network marketing business, and he started building it, and he said, when he'd go talk to people, he said, I found a way to work full-time on my job, but part-time on my fortune. Okay? Full-time on my job, part-time on my fortune. Alright, guys? And that's what we're doing whenever we're starting an online business, whether you're in network marketing, whether you're in affiliate marketing, whether maybe you're starting your own business, whatever it is, but you haven't let go of your job just yet. You're an entrepreneur. You are going after what you want. You're going after your dreams. You're going after really what makes us so great as individuals is being independent, being able to make our own choices and say, guess what? I'm in control of my future. But there's times where it's hard because we're like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to spend 40 hours at my job. I come home, I got to spend time with my wife and my kids, and then now I'm supposed to be trying to build my business as well. And you're sitting there, and there's days where you come home and you go straight into work in the business, but then you're sitting there working your business, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm abandoning my family. Like I'm not there with them. But then whenever you go and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take today. I'm going to go spend the day with my family. You're sitting there. You're with your family. Maybe you're on date night with your wife. Maybe you're out, father, son, mother, son, whatever it is, okay? And you're sitting there and you're like, man, I just abandoned my business. I should be helping my business. I'm supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be involved. That's my commitment there. That's my future. That's my freedom. And we get torn. Right? It kind of puts us between a rock and a hard spot, and we feel like it's just tearing at us. We got one side tugging us one way, one side tugging us the other way, and we get worried, we get concerned because we think we've got to sleep less, put more time towards things. We've got to just totally throw our life out of balance in order to accomplish things. And it leads a lot of people to believe, well, the only way I can be successful at business, the only way I can be successful at my goal, my future is I've got to quit my job. I've got to go full-time. I've got to do this thing. Nothing else distracting me. Just push everything else to the side. And I hate to break it to you guys, but if you can't build a successful business part-time, you're far from being able to build any business full-time. Because it's not about the hours that you have available. It's how efficient you use the hours that you do have available. Whether that's 2 hours, 10 hours, or really you should be sleeping some, so I'm not going to say 24, 18 or 16 hours. I can't do math right now, sorry guys. But it's really about how well you're using that time that you've been given. So long story short, if you guys are tuning into this video and you're like, I don't want to listen to everything you got to say, can you have part-time success? Can you build a business part-time that is going to bring you in an income that can help build a future for you, your family, and generations? The answer is yes. Part-time is so doable as long as you're in the right vehicle. Okay? That's all I've got to say right there. But For those of you guys who want to know, hey, I know I can do it part-time, but how? How? Because everybody always tells me, yeah, you can, you got to schedule. And I've been there, guys. I got a schedule. Okay, well, I pull out my phone and I'm like typing stuff in okay, I got a call with Joe at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. And then, the next day I'm like, oh, but I got another call on Wednesday at 6 p.m. And I'm filling in things kind of. Okay, as I'm setting appointments, I'm filling them in there, but that's it. I'm like, and then I get to Wednesday, and all of a sudden 3 p.m. shows up. I'm like, oh crap, I got that phone call, and I'm rushed thinking I could have done something else, and I'm worried there, and so then I get done with that phone call, and I'm going on trying to do stuff in between, and then I'm feeling, again, torn. I'm sitting there feeling like, well, I'm not spending time with my family, I'm not spending enough time on my business. What am I doing? Why am I not seeing the results? Why am I feeling conflicted on what I'm doing? On the goals that I'm going after? I feel conflicted, and it bothered me at times, okay? And there's a whole way around that, and I didn't understand it. I had a mentor who told me I probably got this lesson easily between 5 and 10 times within like a year and a half span. Okay, so that's almost once a month, guys, that I was hearing this lesson, and it just did not even sink in. I was sitting there, man, I can't get this to work. I can't get things to schedule right, and I just never really did it. And it's so simple once you get it. And I call it scheduling like a boss. All right? And really that's both scheduling like a boss because you're the boss of your business. You are the owner. You are the one in charge. But scheduling like a boss, okay? Because if you do something like a boss, that means you're doing it to your best ability. That means you're doing it just over the top, something that really sets you apart, okay, guys? And so that is what I'm going to jump into right now. And Raul, I'm looking at that comment right now. That's amazing. The fact that you are going to be starting a business on the internet while you're in high school, totally doable. I'm actually going to have to drop something in the comments afterwards. There's a kid, I can't think of his name right now. This kid is like, I want to say 14 years old, doing some amazing things in the business sector. He actually does speaking on stages, all types of amazing things. So let me get back to you on that, okay? But that's great. You can do it when you're in high school. So thanks for putting that in there. Guys, it's possible. He's in high school. He's going to be doing some amazing things. You guys could be having a job. You guys could be having 2 jobs. It doesn't even matter. You follow these principles that I'm about to map out for you, you can have success, all right? So, scheduling like a boss. I broke it down into some steps for you guys. Really simple, really easy to grasp, okay? Step 1, I want you to grab your phone, grab your calendar, grab your planner, whatever it is that you want to use personally. I like a phone because I've got my phone on me always. I pull my phone out as soon as I'm setting up meetings through text or through Facebook Messenger. I'm setting up meetings through phone calls, even just talking to people one-on-one. I got my phone on me all the time. We all do. It's like on our hip, always. Pull it out. Oh, okay, let me schedule that on my calendar. Done deal. You don't have to try to remember to do it tonight when you get home after a long day and write it down in your calendar. That's me. Not everybody works like me, so I understand there's some of you, maybe you prefer like a physical write-out planner or a calendar that you hang on the wall. Whatever's your style, go for it, okay? You got your calendar though. Step 2, I want you to go through and block off all of work, anybody in school, whatever is that big thing, okay? If I don't care how many hours you're working, you block them all the hours off, all right? Just block them. I don't want you jeopardizing your job. I don't want you jeopardizing your school. So many people have this concept, again, oh, I've got to abandon school, I've got to abandon work in order to build my business. No, do the same. Do what you're doing. Go on your path, okay? For some of you, you need school. You need everything that's going along in there. You need to be learning more. That's part of who you are. All right? Like don't drop that. Now, if you've realized that school's taking you in a different direction and you feel like it really is a hindrance, that's a choice for you, okay? That's a different video, different time. But I'm not saying you schedule like this, you're going to be fine. Okay, so block off your school, block off your work. I don't want you jeopardizing those things because that's what's giving you the fuel to go after your passion, go after your goals, go after your future and your business, your independence, guys, all right? So after that, step 3, okay, block off family time. All of it. I mean, if you're married, again, different video for a different time, but I feel like you should be having a date night at least once a week with your wife. You might be sitting there, oh my gosh, that's a lot, but hey, block it off. Section that time off. Say, hey, this evening, these 3 hours, these 4 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, whatever it is, this time is my date night with my spouse, husband, wife, whatever it is, okay? This is my time. You got kids, and little Timmy's got a baseball game on Tuesday and Friday, or maybe Saturday morning for soccer games. Go to it. All right, block that time off. Say, hey, I'm going to be there for my kids. Jim Rohn has an amazing quote. He says, 2 words, don't miss. Don't miss. And he goes on to, don't miss the plays, don't miss the games, don't miss the outings, don't miss your family, don't go after your success. Don't get all the way to your success. Whatever your business, you want to make $100,000 a year, don't get there making $100,000 a year and attain that success only to turn around and realize that you lost everything else along the way, that you no longer have a family, that you no longer have kids that look up to you. Yeah, you attained a financial success, but is your family still looking at you and saying, I want to be like you, I'm so glad I'm married to you, I'm so glad that you're a part of my family, that I get to look up to you? You got to be able to, again, you can't lose what matters most for a little bit of financial gain. Money will come and go, guys. It really will. Don't lose your family, all right? Quick note on that aspect, okay? With family time, there will be times. I did a video on this a couple weeks ago about a 90-day run, essentially, a sprint. There will be times periodically where you do say, hey guys, for X amount of time, I am blocking off all time. No offense to you, but this is for our goals. It is not indefinitely. This is not a 365 thing. This is a 1 month, 2 month, 3 months. I'd 4 at most. That's pushing it. Again, guys, don't get to the end of your goals and realize that you lost everything else that matters so much more by the time you got there. All right? Step number 4. I want you to block off any time that you have for your faith. All right? I don't care what it is. You go to church on Sundays, block it off. You go to church during the week, block it off. If you are maybe you're just spiritual, you're somebody, you like to sit down, you like to meditate, maybe in nature, you go out to a park, you sit there and you just focus on all the amazing gifts that we have on this earth. Okay, whatever it is, whatever that, your spirituality, your faith, okay, block it off. If that's an hour a day, sure, go block it off, because that's who you are. You need to be you in order to accomplish your goal. All right? But block it off. Next, okay? Next, I want you to block off anything else important. This is step 5. And when I say anything important, I'm not saying, oh, you know what, I really want to watch some TV like on Mondays and Thursdays, so I'm going to block off like an hour. No. That's not important. That's trash. That's garbage. If you're taking away from your business to do that, okay? And now it's one thing if you're going to sit down and watch some TV with your wife because that's your all's time together. That's different. Okay, remember that was what step 2, I think. Let me go back. Yeah, it was step 3. Okay, blocking off family time. That's different. This is anything important. That means if there's a funeral coming up, that means you're moving. Okay, that type of importance. That you can't avoid it. You shouldn't avoid it. That is the important level that I'm talking here, okay? It just doesn't fall under family or faith or work or school. That's what I mean. You block that off. Block off all those things, guys, and look at your schedule. There is tons of time. Okay, for any of us, I've seen people do this that have multiple kids, they have multiple jobs, they sit down, they block all this off. They've still got time. Maybe it's only 5 hours a week, but that's 5 hours. You do that consistently every week, you're getting somewhere. Okay? A lot of us before we schedule things out don't realize how much time that we have. We really do have, hours and hours, multiple hours a day. A lot of you will do this and realize you have 15, 20, 25 hours a week that you just have extra, just lying around. Hey, what's this? Oh, there's 3 hours sitting in this little pocket I didn't even know about. All over the place, guys. You do this, you're going to realize all that time. You take that time that you've got left over and start scheduling in your business time. Now, I'm not saying you have to schedule all of it as business time. It depends on how, I have to choose my words carefully here a little bit, how dedicated, how motivated, how much success you want, all right? It takes less time for somebody who's trying to earn $1,000 a month than it does for somebody who's trying to earn $100,000 a month or $1 million a month. All right? I'm just putting that out there. Me personally, all my extra time, I am business. Whatever those business building activities are for you, specifically for network marketers, contacting, prospecting, follow-ups, skill training, reading a book, anything like that, okay? Team trainings, your monthly meetings, your national events, whatever those are, put those in your calendar. That's your business time. That's your income producing activities, specifically contacting and prospecting, okay? And following up. Those things are huge. Make sure you're scheduling adequate time based on your goals to accomplish those. All right? And when you do that, guys, a lot of people have heard this story, okay? So I don't want to necessarily go in huge detail over it, but we've all heard this story. There's a professor, he's in the room, he's teaching these kids about how to manage time, how to manage just life in general, right? And he's sitting up there on the desk, he's got a box of rocks, he's got a box of sand, he's got a box of pebbles sitting up there in a jar of water. And he says, okay guys, I got a big bucket right here. I want to ask you something. If I was to pour the sand in, pour the water in, and then try to stick the rocks in there, do you think everything would fit? And the kids in the class are like, there's no way. Not all of that can't fit inside that box, or that box you're trying to put it in. And the professor, he's like, actually, watch this. He goes and he puts the big rocks in first, all right? Then he puts the pebbles in, and then he puts the sand in. All right, so you take the big rocks, you put them in first, okay? Then the pebbles all fall between the big rocks. They take up those empty spaces. Then the sand goes in between the spaces of the pebbles. And then he takes the water and he dumps it in. And everything fits in there with room to spare. Guys, that's your life right there. Your work, your school, your family, big rocks and pebbles right there. Big rocks and pebbles. You're putting all that in there, okay? Maybe you throw faith in there in all those things as well. Your other important aspects, that could be the sand, okay? Funerals, moving, things that don't happen often, but there's enough of it there to take up space. Okay, there's lots of other important things, but it's up to you what you classify as important. And then the water, and this isn't to say that the water, you put it in last because it's least important, guys. You put it in last because you want to make sure that other things are in order. Because when you put things in order, when things fall together in a system, all of a sudden, you start to accomplish so much more. You are more effective, more efficient, and more productive with your time day in and day out. You get done with a day and you say, oh man, I did a lot. You get done with a week and you say, wow, I didn't even accomplish that much in a month before. You get done with a year, you're looking back, you're not in the same lifestyle, you're not in the same situation as you were 12 months ago. Guaranteed, if you're following this method of scheduling and then following through with the actions that you schedule out, guys, it's amazing. It's mind-blowing what you can accomplish when you break it down, when you schedule like that. Guys, do it. Take the test. Say, hey, you know what? I think Jonathan could be right. Go out and schedule for a month. See what changes in your life. That's a habit that successful people have, is they schedule. They plan their next day the night before. They plan their day the morning of. They plan their weeks out. They plan their months and their years out. They don't begin something without planning at least a little bit. Okay, that's not to say that they know every step of the way, but they plan. They say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm scheduling this, this, and this. I'm going to go and do that. And set up backup plans. Something falls through, oh, I'll just move this plan up. Oh, wow, and now I'm 10 times more productive than I would have been. Before I scheduled, guys, plans would fall through, and I'm like, oh, what am I getting? Oh, I don't know. Hey, Facebook, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, that one's funny, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, and I'm just losing track of time. Before you know it, 20 minutes gone by, 30 minutes gone by. It's insane how much time we waste when we don't schedule, guys. Just schedule. You'll see your production. You'll see your business, your life change. Your family will love you. They'll feel like they're getting a lot of you. Your business will show that it's getting a lot of you. And you won't feel torn inside. You won't be sitting there thinking, oh, if only I could give more. If only I could give more to my family, to my business. You'll sit there and you'll say, wow, I feel like I've given so much to both sides of the equation. And look at how my life is now. Look at how great it is. Look how amazing it is. I feel perfect. I feel at peace. I feel at home. And I feel like I've accomplished so much. I'm accomplishing my potential, which is huge because you've got potential in you. You've got amazing potential. You've just got to schedule things to happen so that you can accomplish what you were born to accomplish. Guys, go out and use this method. Go use it to take everything to the next level. Go use it to take your life to the next level. I know you've got it in you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Share this, like it, comment on it. Let me know how you guys feel about things. Just to give you a heads up, I'm actually starting a new video series as well in the next week. I'm going to be doing a movie review each week and also a chapter of a book review. All right, all 4 success principles, all for helping you guys. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. But thank you guys so much again for joining me tonight. Go out, make success, and just be all that you can be. You guys have a great night.